Everybody's comedian John Heffron, half of Heffron and Reap, the podcast where we decide to record it when we decide to record it. Other podcasts, they're consistent. They come out the same day. They come out the same time. Not us. We are like the A-team. You got to just sit and wait for our podcast. And when it comes out, be thankful. Be thankful. Michigan. I got to talk to the Michigan people before we bring John Reap to the podcast. It's going to get -2. It's going to get sleety, rainy. So you have about 6 hours to run to the grocery store and get some bagel bites, maybe some pizza bites, some soft pretzels, maybe some wings, and some jugs of booze. Because you're going to hold up for a couple days. No reason to go anywhere. Stay in your house. All right. Now with that, and I have a weird eye thing with the camera. It's going to bug me the whole show. But with that, let's bring on the second half of HEFFRON REEP. Coming to us live from Hickory, North Carolina. Furniture capital of the world. So if you want to buy a chair or a couch, maybe a nightstand, John Reap's the guy that you go to. DM John Reap. Tell him kind of what you're thinking about doing in one of your rooms. You know, kind of what, you know, is it farmhouse chic? Do you want to go modern? And since John knows everybody in Hickory who's in the furniture business, he will put you in touch with some of the finest furniture makers.
There you go. Thank you, John. Weather here, it's getting chilly, but I don't think we're going to have snow. I think it's just going to rain, sadly. But it's just that, it's like that Guns N' Roses song, except it's December. Cold December rain, sadly no snow.
People always blame it on the rain, too.
If it's going to be, you can blame it on the rain.
Blame it on the rain.
No matter what month it is. But yeah, I'd rather have snow or sleet than have just cold rain. But you guys, you're about to get hit, huh?
Yeah, with that bull crap stuff. That stuff where it's raining, then immediately turns to ice, and you're just like, this is not good. Because it doesn't matter what tires you have. It doesn't matter if you have a 4-wheel drive. Ice is ice.
Ice is
It's
ice.
a lot of that when you hit your brake and you just start slowing. And you kind of start swerving, and you're like, oh man.
Do you guys put studs in your tires up there? Like for ice?
No, you only have one. Maybe in the old days. I mean, there's no chains or anything like that. Yeah. No, people just know how to drive. You really only got to like spin out, and I apologize for this camera. You saw me moving it, and it's bugging me where it's at right now. So
it's okay.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna go old school. We're gonna go up.
It's still pretty low in my ears for whatever reason. But yeah, no, John. I used to work at a Goodyear back in the day, changing tires and stuff. And I remember when it would snow, people would come into the tire store and ask for us to put chains on their car, or you could buy snow tires that have these little holes in them, like not all the way through the tire, but like in the tread, like a small hole, and you put a divot type stud in there, and it was supposed to help. And I don't even know if they do that anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's a pain in the ass, though. You got to like spin out one time. I think there should be like a empty parking lot where they let you in. There's maybe an ambulance waiting, but there's no cars you can hit. And they should let you hit the parking lot at 40, lock them up, spin it out, turn into the spin. And then just so you get that first one out of the way. So when it happens again, you're not freaking out. You're like, I've been here before. I was here 2 weeks ago at the practice run. Now I can do it.
That really should be part of the test. Like, especially if you're in a cold weather states, like when you get your driver's license or the driving course that you take, there needs to be a winter part of that test. Yeah.
Or stopping, like super rainy. Yeah. Like super rainy, got to slam on your brakes, and it shows you how long it takes you to actually stop.
Yeah. Yeah, I see you're bundled up already. Is it cold up in the?
It's
the
cold.
house
I was out. I have the wife's car because she commandeered the Jeep, which my Jeep now. I hooked it up to Alexa.
Right.
Wait,
You're good over here. I can.
When people do this, when they talk like this, I hooked it up.
He's trying to say Alexa without it going off, and
I can start my car now with it. So I don't know if that's too intrusive. Oh, she's talking.
I should have learned from you.
I was whispering it.
Don't even bring her name
What?
up. It's like Beelzebub or what do you call it? Dumbledore. I don't know what. Alexa, stop.
I was whispering, dude.
No, but then I was telling Alan what you were doing because he couldn't see or hear you. And then in the process of me explaining it, I mentioned said name.
Yeah.
And then she had to chime in.
But now I asked the person that we're talking about to start my engine.
Oh, really?
And my Jeep turns on. It's a little creepy.
That is creepy. You can
so
start
then it's
your
super
car
warm.
with your voice.
Just with my voice inside. So like while Michelle's showering, she'll just start it, and then
that's pretty cool though.
Go out there. It's kind of cool. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure people cars are so easy to rip off now. I would imagine you don't even need the keys. Yeah. You don't need to smash windows. It's probably just an app where you just hit it. First off, like I say, I don't know when I talked to you last. I believe I was at Side Splitters in Tampa. Was the last show I did, and shout out to that club. That club was super cool. I enjoyed. There was one out of a full week. There was one super rich guy who was either recently divorced or has a new girlfriend, and they kind of wanted to make out in the front row, pretty much the whole show. You ever have those people, the over touchy people? And he was super tan and had like a sports jacket with shorts. He was that guy. When you can't let it go, you either just commit to full shorts and like a polo shirt, or nobody needs a sport jacket with shorts and then slip-on shoes. You're a dick. You know what I mean? So they ended up leaving or getting kicked out or just leaving because the whole crowd was going to kill him. But
good for you. I hate that shit. That does happen a lot in Florida. It seems like I see a lot of people like Jacksonville or Tampa or maybe Orlando that have money and they like to sit on the front row and make out with a hot chick or a girl that they're with. Or there's a couple just making out a lot in Florida. I don't get that, but it does happen a lot. Yeah, I've noticed it too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a trashy thing. Like there's social norms. It's just people who aren't well-mannered, but none of them are from Florida. Like if you talk to them, everybody came from a different state.
Yeah.
I just think they're entitled rich people or super broke poor people.
Yeah. Right. Somebody who just got money for the first time.
Yeah.
Like just won a lottery. So overall you liked I was really worried about you going into Tampa because I just know how of a party vibe it can be down there.
I did nothing. Sorry, I'm blowing out with this diva light. I did nothing. My biggest complaint. Crowds were perfect. And I liked the club because they didn't serve food and you had to be there to see what type of my first line on stage would be, you know what I like about this place? They're serving you food as if they didn't know you were gonna show up. It's kind of like when you have guests and you're looking through your cupboards going, okay, just fucking put some grapes with some crackers. Just give them something. And that's what the vibe of the food there is they had no idea that there were going to be people. Some hot pretzels and some crackers and grapes. That's it. And it's perfect because nobody's eating. Nobody's ordering more. I mean, everyone wants to munch on something. You're just out of habit now.
That's hilarious. That's a good way of saying that. How was Brent?
Great. Can't wait to go back. Brent, super hilarious. That dude crushes it. Like every time he'd go on stage, he had one show, but the whole where he I think he got mad at him, and then he even crushed it even more. So he just, and then I would say to him, I'd try to help him sell merch, because he had one of those shows where I think he had like a 8-hour drive. But you know how you like sit there and you go, well, do I try to sell merch, or do I just hit the road and get on the road an hour earlier than waiting? So he decided to wait till after the show. So I literally spent most of my show plugging his stuff so I could try to make him enough money to wait an hour. And then I told the crowd, I go, and all the money is going to go to him buying a extra large shirt, because I don't know how he's so big and thinks he wears a medium. Because he wears these like little shirts like that don't make sense to me. So I'm like, he's a large. He's like a extra large or a large, not a medium.
Large. Yeah, there's no way
he's not a medium. He doesn't deserve. He shouldn't have a medium shirt on. So I go.
He's lost some weight recently, so maybe he's being hopeful. Like maybe that's like incentive for him to work it. He'll never be a medium. No, he'll never be a medium.
Me and you could never be mediums. We're not mediums anymore. But he's definitely not medium.
He definitely does the feature act move sometimes. And this is not a knock on Brent or anybody in particular, because I have lived this life myself of the middle guy, where you drive a lot, you're in and out of a suitcase a lot, and at some point you learn how to pack your clothes in such a way so that when you put them on, it doesn't look like you folded up into a ball, threw it on the floor, picked it up, and put it back on. He hasn't discovered the ways of the iron yet, or at least doesn't know how to pack it. So sometimes I'm watching him and I'm looking at his clothes, and it looks like, I'm like, damn, Brett, he just literally picked it up off the floor and put that on.
Yeah, I do I used to iron all the time, but then once I get the iron out, I realize the iron's never going back into the closet, and then it's just out for the whole rest of the thing.
Oh, really?
I get physically mad if it's a small ironing board. Like mini ironing boards get me pissed.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is about them. You might
as well use the desk,
It's horrible. So now I go in and I'll steam everything, but they always give you those bullshit hangers that aren't real hangers. They're those little, the little wood ones.
Yeah.
So you got to find a way to mount it in the shower, and then you turn on the shower as hot as you can, but you got to make sure that your shirts don't fall. And then I close the door and I'll steam them for like half hour, 40 minutes. And then I bring my new favorite thing, the little bottle of anti-wrinkle, and I hang them up and I just spray that over everything, and I don't even touch an iron anymore, dude. And
what is the anti-wrinkle? How does that work?
Just literally the Downy anti-wrinkle. It comes in travel thing. You just hang up your shirt and you spray. I even spray all my t-shirts, and it gets it out, man. You just douse it and it smells good.
I like it. I think I don't iron hardly anything anymore, but I feel like, going back to what I was talking about, just a way of even folding your clothes can prevent a lot of, I'm talking about, where it looks like it was just wadded up into a ball and then you pulled it out.
Yeah.
And it's not just a crease. I'm talking about wrinkles all over the place. Brett sometimes has that mode going on, but there was a moment where I ironed everything, but then I stopped with that. Steaming, I don't think works as great because it takes forever, and then my clothes are kind of damp. But like, what is the? Let me ask you this: at home, John, do you fold all your t-shirts, or do you hang all your t-shirts? What shirts do you hang? What shirts do you fold, and why?
I now, and this is not my way of doing it, I hang everything now. Even what I would call everyday grub t-shirts are now hung. Yeah. So I don't fold anything. Everything's hung. And then we have hangers, so I take it right from the dryer, right to the hanger, then right from the hanger up to my closet. Done.
Gotcha. I hang
and
everything
jeans,
too, but
I hang also.
I hang them. Now, do you do the hanger with the jeans? Do you clip them like that so you don't have to fold the jeans, or do you fold the jeans over?
No, I don't know how to do that well. And there's always a crease. But I hang this up.
So
but I'm trying to get rid of
the clippers, right?
Yeah. But I'm trying to get rid of all my t-shirts because I counted. I think I was up to 100 and something. Just like t-shirts.
Yeah.
And I buy from Amazon now, like it's called Next Level. They're just plain like the ones you have on. Mm-hmm. They're no logos, no nothing. They fit perfect. They're $4.
Yeah.
And I have every color, and you can just put them on with any pair of jeans and you look cool. So I don't need 100 graphic tees.
Yeah.
But it's still mentally to get rid of them. It's hard.
Yeah.
Like, I have a hard time. I'm like, I need this. I've had this one for so long. This is a good fly home on Sunday one. I can't get rid of it. But I don't need 100 and something.
I've got way too many t-shirts. What I've found out over time, because, and maybe this is an indicator or a sign that you've had one t-shirt way too long, is if you've been hanging it on a hanger for too long, one t-shirt, over time the gravity will start to wear and tear at the shoulder part, even where it's hanging.
Yeah.
Like so that's why I kind of like, sometimes I think I should be folding my t-shirts, but hanging only the dress shirts,
Yeah. And I have some that smell from being like burnt in the dryer. So I need to get rid of everything. That's what I'm doing. I'm home for 3 weeks. I believe I don't have a show. I have a corporate event sometime in January. And then at the end of January, I'm in somewhere mid-America. Omaha. At the Funny Bone there. So I'm not really working for a little bit. So I'm like, all right, I got 3 weeks to get my life together. I could go through all my clothes, donate them, burn them, get rid of them, and just, get ready for next year.
Yeah.
Next year is the year of HEFFRON REEP. I'm excited.
That's a good idea. I might do that too. Go through the closet. Did you send Alan a picture?
Yeah. So I posted this picture, and I've gotten so much shit for it, and I just wanted to show it to you.
Okay.
So I stood up. My wife, we were at a wedding. We were at her daughter's wedding, and I posted some beautiful pictures on my Instagram. That's comedian John Heffron on Instagram. Love more followers. By the way, if you're a John Reep fan and you don't mind me, I also would love some follows on my Facebook page, Facebook.com/John Heffron. I need to get my numbers up. Sorry about that, John. But I posted some good pictures of wedding we were at. Personal ones instead of always plugging dates. So my wife likes full length shots, right? That's her move. She's always like, we got to get somebody to take a full length picture of us. And I hate it. So I stood up and I didn't get a chance to fix, but see, look how I'm busting out of that thing. And everybody is posting Chris Farley little jacket things. Also, it was a dry wedding. So right at what would be my right boob, I've got too many bottles of tequila in that pocket. And then if you go to the bottom, like where it's bunched up, where you can kind of see where I just needed it to tug down.
That is hilarious.
There's booze in that too. So my wife looks beautiful and yoked and stuff. And I just look like it's, I don't own a suit, and I was
forced to this photo,
and I feel really what?
Who took the photo?
I don't remember.
Because I would say, this is why a lot of people say, "Let me see that picture," and then you can go like, "Oh no!"
Yes.
I mean, most girls do this. No, delete that. Let's do it again. No one told me about my jacket.
Yeah.
You need that.
Yeah, I'm so used to just knocking out a picture and calling it a day. I'm lucky, was I giving my wife the hover hand? No, I was touching her back. But, I take so many weird pictures with fans that my fists are up and I'm just like that. I never, put an arm in, go in and do that. So even in like personal pictures, it's still weird. You know what I mean?
Taking mode.
Yeah. But
so that I saw this picture and I did laugh out loud because of the jacket. The jacket does fit you. It's just a matter of it not being pulled up front. I'm getting a little bit of echo again on me, but I don't know if that's John. Are you getting an echo on me? How do you sound over there? How do I sound?
I am not.
Okay, good.
You sound perfect.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you sound. I'm gonna send another picture.
What was?
Yeah. So we had a great wedding. My wife's daughter's wedding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where was it?
It's a bigwig. It was in Nashville, Tennessee.
Wow.
We're there all
Did
the
you guys
time.
do Nashville things while you were there?
No, we flew in Friday. Pre-rehearsal, stuff. I didn't have to do anything. But sit there.
Yeah.
So it was good. And then the wedding that took place, and then we flew home Sunday. That's what's cool about Nashville. You can fly in and out. So
where did you stay?
My wife looked beautiful. My jacket looked horrible. And I have a bunch of corporate events. So now I'm worried. I have 1 month to kind of try to get that gut down.
I don't think
I'm just getting older. You look the same.
Jacket.
Yeah. Yeah. My hair's going. I got crow's feet. I have contacts in there, though. I'm wearing contacts for that, so that's new to me. It takes me 45.
Going? I knew that you were having trouble putting them in.
Yeah, I'm still up to about 45 minutes each, 45 minutes to put them in. And then nothing scares me more at night than trying to take them out, because you have to pinch your eye. You have to like pinch your eye and then yank them out. And it's a thing, dude. It's a thing. Because when you have the contact lens, you're supposed to do this taco thing where you're supposed to pinch it and then flip it, and then you're supposed to look at the bowl to see if it's a bowl that doesn't have ridges on it. But if you're not wearing contacts or glasses, you can't see if it's like a fucking bowl or a ridge, right? So I'm doing this, and you're doing it on your finger. And one time, dude, I did this. I got all excited. I pulled it back. I went like that, and I was like, okay, I think I did it. And I was like, oh, that was awesome. And then I looked down, and on the counter was the contact. So I lost it somewhere like in this move. It fell, but I thought it was still on my finger, and I was doing everything.
You'd think that there'd be a better way of. I mean, if you can't see your contact, put your contact in. They should give you like a magnifying glass with the other eye, and then you can look at it with this eye, and we do it like that.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. I'm not a fan. So I got new glasses that are way better. But on stage, I like wearing contacts because everything's cleaner and clearer. But anyway, dude, I watched somebody else's podcast who has a really famous podcast comic. There are two comics. One is more famous than the other, and I'll tell you who it is after. I felt so bad because I don't know if this guy is forced to laugh at the way more famous podcast guy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like with everything he says. So if you need me to start doing that for you, I will. I realize maybe I don't do that enough.
Oh, that's funny. Now I'm dying to know who this is. Number one, number two. So comedian is a comedian, but the other guy is just a podcast.
Is a comedian also.
Okay, so both are comedians.
Yeah.
One is way more famous than the other. Mm-hmm. But the one who is less famous
has to laugh at everything he says, and it's.
Oh, I see.
It would be like me telling you, look at my jacket's a little tight, and you're just. You got to put that in your eye, like that. But he does it every podcast. Anyway, then I got obsessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it makes me laugh.
Listen,
it makes
just
me laugh.
Everybody at home knows.
And I was watching some others. We don't reference
to laugh at his jokes. I just think he's funny, and I do laugh at him.
Yeah.
Naturally.
We do. we do need to start commenting on what anything Joe Rogan says, though, because I was also watching a lot every other person's podcast, and every podcast is them reacting to Joe Rogan, no matter what.
Yeah.
And there's like 20 comics that do it. So that's the one thing we're not doing.
Moving forward, starting next year, we'll have a segment where we simply,
because that Andrew Schultz,
one bit,
that Andrew Schultz, his whole podcast is just reacting to other people's podcasts. I mean, so I would just react. I mean, listen, if you're gonna use a straw with a can, then use a straw. And
don't use it to break your teeth like a toothpick.
I mean, what's with the people with the straws? It already has. All you gotta do is drink. Can I get a straw? Like, yeah, it's hilarious. So we just got to start doing that. I just want our numbers to go up. And I think that's one way we do it.
Yeah.
And then we also mentioned Scientology. Also, I think will help our numbers.
Oh,
okay. You know what I mean? But and then I think we have to. There's a couple people we're going to talk more about starting next year, and I'm only going to do it on purpose. I'm telling all of our fans now. We are going to completely. We're going to not troll, but we're purposely going to bring up certain people all the time.
I think we should have been doing that.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Just it's kind of like trolling,
right? Right, Elon, get ready for the Reap and Heffron view of Elon. Get ready, Mr. Beats.
I believe he stepped down. I thought I saw a tweet that he put out with a poll saying, let me know if you want me to step down as president. If it's yes, I will step down. If not, I think he put that out, and most people said step down. So I don't know if by the time this comes out, I don't know if Elon will still be the president and CEO of Twitter.
Has Twitter ever been beneficial for you? I don't know if I've ever in my life had one person come up and say, hey, good thing on Twitter, or I've found out about your show on Twitter. I literally, I don't even, I mean, I go on there to read people just killing each other. You know what I mean? Like just going after each other. It's just a lot of people screaming.
Yeah.
But if I tweet, dude, I'll get 2 hearts, no tweets.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't
no matter what.
One way whatsoever for me.
Not one.
Was there another thing?
I've not. Yeah.
Heffron, did you send something else? All right, let's look at this.
I was just showing telling.
I got a weird echo going on in my head, and it's hard for me.
Okay, we'll save it. So here's what I want to hear about you, John. No, here's what I want to hear about you. Just in case, but I'm sure we'll talk before New Year's Eve. John Reep is at the Comedy Zone in Charlotte, North Carolina. I go see John Reep. It's good. Go to the early show. Here's what you do. You get tickets. You go to the early show, so you're actually home before New Year's Eve. You're going to see the same show. John's going to be in a good mood. He's going to be festive. He's probably going to have some family with him. Our buddy Brent is opening for him. They put new carpeting in that place. It's going to be a good time. So if you're in the Charlotte area, go see John Reep at the Comedy Zone. I think he's there for a couple days. And then when you come through, ask the box office person when John Heffron is coming.
Yeah.
And say, I want you to get Brian Heffron on the phone, and I need to talk to him. So everybody asks for the owner why they're getting their tickets, John Heffron, and then say, when's John Heffron coming?
Right.
Or not. Or don't tell
Brian Heffron, John Heffron. That should be a no-brainer.
That should be a no-brainer. All right, dude. Anything else? You need to send me your address.
Oh, shit. I'll text it to you as soon as we hang out.
All right.
But Merry Christmas, John Heffron.
Merry Christmas to you and to all. And to all.
Since you love the Heffron and Reep Show, please go to iTunes and let them know. Rank the show and leave a comment. We don't care what you write, you know. They, Heffron and Reep, have low self-esteem. So please validate